Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of VGC Source with me, your host Steven McInerney. How you doing today? Today we're talking about PlayStation and how, according to a former executive, the PlayStation 4 could have been the end of PlayStation. And that sounds quite dramatic, but not over the top according to a key executive involved with PlayStation 4's launch. The exec reflected on a culture change within Sony and how it helped the console become an incredible success beyond our wildest dreams. These quotes come from Shahid Ahmad, who spent a decade at Sony Interactive Entertainment, most recently in the role of Director for Strategic Content, where he played a large part in the indie push on PS Vita and PS4 ahead of his departure in 2015. And these thoughts come from a new documentary called The PlayStation Revolution, which is set for release in September. And during this documentary, Ahmed reflected on the difficult period for PlayStation 3. He said this period transformed PlayStation from a hubristic organisation into the humble, passionate and excited company that launched PS4. Ahmed said had the organisation not made that cultural change, it could have been the end for the platform holder. He said in the film, viewed ahead of release by VGC, PS3 was many things to many different people. It was definitely a difficult period because a lot of work had to be done to turn around the technical deficit and the monetary deficit created by the launch of this extraordinary piece of hardware. He added, because it was an extraordinary piece of hardware, but it was also extraordinarily difficult to get the best out of. And people did, and it did eventually turn into a success, but my god, was that a war of attrition. Ahmed said the PlayStation that emerged at the end of PS3 was a much more gritty, determined, focused entity. Ahmed said because of the missteps of the PlayStation 3 era, the stakes were incredibly high for the PS4's launch. Fortunately, he added, the console exceeded Sony's wildest expectations in terms of reception. He explained, I think even we were surprised by just how rapturous the reception was for PlayStation 4, because it was a kind of redemption as well. We'd been through the fire with PlayStation 3 and now everything was on the line. We had to get this right, and if we didn't, it could have been the end. What we didn't expect was that it would be such an incredible success beyond our wildest dreams, but it was the tone with which we communicated the whole thing. This is for the players. The entire focus of launch was around players. Ahmed put much of PS4's launch success down to that cultural change at Sony, which he said had been arrogant at the start of the previous console generation. He said, you remember the hubris from the PS3 years, contrast that with the honesty and self-deprecation of the PS4 launch period, and you can see that the organisation had become transformed to people who were now humble, passionate and excited about this new thing, battle-worn but ready to serve again. These quotes were all taken from Bedrooms to Billions, the PlayStation Revolution, which is set for release on September the 7th. The PlayStation Revolution is a feature-length documentary featuring interviews with key figures from Sony's gaming division past and present. Guys, let us know down in the comments what you make of that story. Could you imagine a world without PlayStation? It seems surreal to think, doesn't it? Anyway, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, let us know down in the comments, as we said just a second ago, what you make of the story. Check out the video right here alongside me, and have a wonderful day.